Hey there, Jets fans. Well, here we are Monday, right before the NFL trade deadline. Jets obviously sitting at 1-6 and have just traded Leonard Williams. So the first domino, at least, to fall in the Jets' busy start to the week here. Joe Douglas decides to pull the trigger, send Leonard Williams across town to the Giants for a third-round pick this year and a fifth-round pick in 2021 that could turn into a fourth-round pick. Just want to dive into three quick reasons why this was a smart deal for Joe Douglas, why it was the right call for him to do this. First of all, the Jets were not guaranteed to get a compensatory pick if they let Leonard Williams walk in free agency. First of all, Leonard Williams would have had to have gotten a big contract in free agency to make him a compensatory free agent. That isn't any sort of guarantee. It's certainly more likely than not, but not locked up. But more importantly, in order to get a compensatory pick, you have to have more compensatory free agents leave your team than join your team. And obviously, Joe Douglas is going to have his work cut out for him this spring. Probably going to be making a lot of moves. Could wind up signing quite a few free agents. So if he anticipates signing a handful of high-profile names, then getting rid of Leonard Williams now instead of trying to bank out that compensatory pick makes more sense. Might as well lock in the compensation right now. And to that end, number two on the reasons here, Joe Douglas got two picks here instead of just the one pick, the one compensatory pick he could have gotten. He gets the third round pick, which is as good as you could get in the compensatory pick formula, and it's actually a little bit better because the Giants pick will be earlier in the third round than the comp pick would have been. That pick would be coming toward the end of the third round. The Giants pick at worst will be in the middle of the third round, or if their ugly season continues, it will be toward the start of the first round. So Douglas locks that in. He also gets that fifth round pick in 2021, potentially fourth round pick. So that extra pick there does add some nice value, especially considering you're basically getting a second pick for just 9 games worth of Leonard Williams that the Jets didn't need that much given where they are, both in the standings and with their roster. And that brings us to the third pick. Leonard Williams, frankly, just became expendable on this roster with the addition of Quinnen Williams, the emergence of guys like Kyle Phillips and Foley Fatukasi, even Jordan Willis popping up with a nice play the other day here in Jacksonville. All of a sudden, the Jets don't desperately need Leonard Williams. They have a deep defensive line, plenty of options up front. Certainly he was one of their better ones, if not their best one, so it's going to sting a bit up front. He commanded a lot of double teams, a lot of attention, so other guys are going to have to work a little bit harder to break through and to do their own jobs, but that is probably the deepest position group on this team. So if there was anywhere on the roster the Jets could afford to take a little bit of a blow, it was on the defensive line. So Joe Douglas makes that move first, locks in those 2 picks,